Or could you break out of the slot I and go into a power I or a wishbone backfield?
A flex bone, maybe?
Yeah, a flex bone. Yeah, just to give him a different look.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him to bring that wing in as a power side on the I, and then run a power play, in the middle, something like that. I think that's entirely feasible.
Who?
What do you think?
Anything's possible if you're creative enough and crafty enough. Because remember when Tim was coaching at Mina, the 2 years we broadcast when Tim was the coach?
Mm-hmm.
Remember he would pretty much run the same, or pretty much he had so many looks and variations. It was just so confusing to a defense.
Right.
It's kind of what I see a little bit out of Lance.
Right. Well, I mean, what Tim would do out of the spread is he would just he would change the split on one of the wide outs, or he would bring somebody in that was a wide receiver and line him up more as a wing, or something like that, or a slot or something like that. He would do little variations in that just to see if he could catch the defense off guard and see if they would make an adjustment. If they didn't make an adjustment, he's got a free man.
He does.
I mean, it's a good way to try to free somebody up.
There was a lot of college coaches that did really good with that. Bobby Petrino was great at coming up with some new wrinkle or something like that to catch the defense off guard.
Yep, that's true. But I mean, despite the fact that we're 1-3,
you had a chance to beat Lafayette County. You had
agreed. By all rights, you probably should be 2-2, but their play. Mm-hmm. The way they have played is not 1-3 play.
No.
They're playing, in my opinion, they're playing more like a 3-1.
Yeah,
to be honest with you. I mean, Lavaca is a very good team, but we played Lavaca really well.
Yeah.
I mean, the scoreboard didn't reflect it, but we played well. Mm-hmm. Lafayette County,
that's crazy. That was just crazy.
That was a little bit of a fluke. I mean, there was some crazy stuff going on there. And do remember though too. Think about in the movie All the Right Moves when Tom Cruise calls Craig T. Nelson out on the fluke, right? And
Craig T. Nelson goes crazy on it,
right?
I have not sat and watched that movie in a while. That was a good movie.
That was the. I'm trying to remember in our broadcasting career together, and in mine before we broadcast together. I'm trying to remember a game that ended on a call like that one, and I can't come up with anything.
I've got one. The 13 game at Hot Springs kind of reminds me a little bit of that.
True.
And we had a controversial call at the end of a playoff game my sophomore year, 2004, against Atkins when I played at Mina. Right. Those are the only two I can think. And there's a third one that I can think of though too in junior high. We lost a game to Nashville at home to start conference play in 2003. We had a 1-point lead with a minute to go. They hit a deep pass. They got behind our secondary, and they scored on the 1 yard line with like 1 second to go. Right. 1 or 2 seconds to go. And they still say that I can't remember, one of the guys later said, I can't remember, it was like Cameron Pate or somebody told me a year later, he said, either we stopped him short or he fumbled it at the goal line, and we got it.
Right.
And that's about the only, that's the only ones I can remember.
Well, Hot Springs is a decent comparison. I mean, it's not the same, but it's a decent comparison because they lined up to kick the field goal and missed it. And then
didn't Mina get called for 12 men on the field or something like that?
Yeah. Mina got called for 12 men on the field, and they got to kick it again.
Yes.
That was crazy because we didn't have 12 men on the field, but no. Nonetheless, that was a good example of a last second call there that
could have gone either way.
Yeah. But now, if I remember correctly, that field goal was like
it was a 40-yarder or something like that.
Yeah, it was like a 40-yard field goal, but then on the penalty, it moved him up 10, made it a 30-yard field goal, and gave them both the range and another shot at it.
Yes.